Scott, do you have any thoughts about Mac?
Mac's a friend. Love him, his family, praying for him.
As far as Tarleton, I assume you've played Billy Clyde a few times, right?
Go way back to A&M days. So one thing that we love about playing against a Billy coach team is it really makes you compete, really makes you play hard, and you got to beat them. They don't beat themselves. And obviously, it's always a physical game when you play against him. He does a great job getting his guys to play hard, be physical, and compete.
Do you feel like y'all took some steps defensively from game 1 to game 2?
I do, and hopefully we keep taking steps forward throughout the year. It's a race to the finish line. It's a marathon. How much can you improve each and every game out? And with a young team, new team, I think hopefully we see each game as much improvement as we did from 1 to 2. A lot of things that we did better, and then at the same time, a lot of stuff we can still get better at that would be low-hanging fruit. So couple good days of practice. We have this game, then we have a couple more before we head to Vegas. So hopefully we can shore everything up between then. At the same time, it's easy when you put on a Tarleton tape and our guys see just how hard they compete. And much different team than last year's team. Last year's team came in, they had a lot of guys out with suspensions and injuries. And this year, a lot more talented team, a lot deeper team.
Coach, what do you think about your rebounding effort, even though obviously y'all are undersized right now?
You know what? If you asked about our rebounding after GCU or IU, I'd have told you it was great. And then last game, it was not. And so that's something that we've worked on and we'll continue to work on each and every day. But that's something that hopefully we can get to the point where we're a single-digit turnover team, and that's a real challenge against Tarleton's defense that really denies and makes it hard to get into your offense or any passes. And then the second thing is hopefully we can win the battle of the glass. I mean, we have a lot of guys with size across the board, and many hands make light work, and if we get everybody doing their job, hopefully, when we out-rebounded IU 44-25, even though it was a scrimmage, you felt pretty good about your rebounding. In our first game, we only gave up 2 defensive rebounds against Rio, and you're like, that's really good. Washington was very frustrated with the rebounding output. Sorry for such a long answer.
Scott, any update on Bodo? And when you think about that size maybe and taking some pressure off of Caden, do you think Mayo fits into that in any part of that equation?
Yeah, Mayo came in with anticipation to redshirt, and that's something that we recruited him as, and that's what he's wanted to do. So I think a lot depends just on hopefully we see Bodo's progression, and each and every day he does what he can do. Unfortunately, it's not something that just heals overnight, hence he's not playing yet. But he gives us what he can and what he's allowed to do, and there's still hope.
Coach Sprinkle mentioned how difficult it was to play against Rataj and Skillings in the front court. What have you seen out of that duo up there?
Well, I think that's where we have a lot of bigger guards with a lot of size and length, and those wings make it a tough matchup from the standpoint if you have true centers on them. It's hard to guard guys that can shoot the three and put it down, and both those guys can do that. At the same time, if you have smaller guys, both of them are good at taking it inside and getting into the paint. So they're as Tunde and Cam are tough matchups for people as well.
Coach, I just want to ask, out of the first 2 games here, it's been kind of slow starts. Do you think that might be a little bit of an issue when you do go take on Creighton and St. John's in Vegas?
Well, I think that's the one thing. Each and every game is a different challenge, and we've tried to emphasize getting off to quicker starts, and that's going to come. I think a lot of that still is opening game jitters and excitement and playing in front of a home crowd. But at the same time, when you're playing against quality teams, you can't be in the hole 10 points, 12 points, whatever to begin games. So I would assume we will get better in that. If not, we'll keep tweaking, changing things till we do from warm-ups to whatever needs to happen, play calling, defenses to get us off to quicker starts.
What has Coach Sanchez kind of brought, and do you expect as y'all get deeper into the season that defensively you're going to get like better and, be able to communicate more and that kind of thing?
Yeah, offensively, you know that you get better the longer you play together, but people sometimes don't equate that to the defensive end, but it's the exact same thing. It's communicating, it's doing your job. If one person's not in position, then the defense doesn't work. I thought you could really see it in our games this year, though, that we've had great stretches where we look like, man, we could be a really good defensive team. And to hold Washington to, 41%, 42%, 15% from three, I mean, those are outstanding numbers. So I think our defense, as our offense, hopefully continue to get better as people know what they need to do. And then there's all that philosophy. You're always, once you're thinking, you're not moving and reacting. So once you know what to do, you can actually play. So we're trying to get to that part, and hopefully with each and every game, each and every day of practice, that improves. But we thought when we recruited this team with the size, length, we had a chance to be a really good defensive team. And I think the other thing is Tunde on the ball. I mean, that's a grown man guarding the ball, which is hopefully doesn't allow people to start their offense where they want to.
During these early season bye games, how do you balance experimenting with new lineup constructions versus, hey, we got to build chemistry with a set unit?
Yeah, well, I think after the first game against Rio Grande, we realized that every game is, when you're down 26-12, every game is, and you see it every night in scores, especially early in the year, the upset. So every game is, you're in it to win it, and if you are blessed to get separation, I think you can try some things and experiment. But especially early in the year, each and every night, you turn on TV and there's upsets. So I think that goes to the parity. And with as much turnover, teams that usually experience and talent win out, but a lot of people don't have the experience. So now sometimes teams just gel quicker than others, and coaches are constantly trying to find ways to help their team be one of those teams. But I think that'll lead to more parity in college basketball, just like you've seen it in college football. I mean, you look at the preseason top 5 compared to where it ended up now.
It's early on, Coach, but who would you compare Tunde to who you've had in the program in the past, or if you can?
Yeah, that's a good question, because he is a little different from the standpoint his on-ball defense has a chance to be elite, and I mean the physicality is similar to Davion, obviously different size-wise, but I mean, Davion was really the last player that guarded point guards that really was able to get after it and keep them from getting into offenses at times. And Tunde's not there yet. He's still learning our system, what we want, and we don't pressure like we used to. But the size and physicality, I think, is a similarity with Davion and him, and hopefully that continues to grow and mature. As far as in transition, we've had some great freshmen in transition. Keontae, Jeremy, Kendall. VJ, and I think Tunde's just like all those guys as far as transition goes. I mean, he can really finish in transition and is elite there. Shooting wise, he's ahead of some of the guys we've had. Not as far along as some as we've had, but he works, continues to get better, and somebody with that size, strength, athleticism for a freshman is rare, and someone wanting to play defense and caring about defense like he does.
Guys feel like you made some steps from game 1 to game 2?
Yeah, definitely, especially on the defensive end. I think we did a good job containing especially Hannes Steinbach and the short roll situations that we wanted to limit him, and just growing together and just getting more experience together.
Were you personally motivated to go up against, a guy from the same country as you and stuff? I assume you know him.
Yeah, I know him. Never played with him because he is 3 years younger than me. Most definitely a little extra motivation playing against somebody that I know, especially from back home. But yeah, he's a great player, great young talent, so it's good for our country. Most definitely extra motivation for me.
Washington's coach after the game was talking about how difficult it was to game plan around you and Skillings in the front court. What has it been like to play defense alongside him in the front court?
I mean, it's great. I mean, Dan is a hell of a player. I mean, he can basically defend anybody because he's tall, he's strong, he's athletic, and he takes away a lot of our mistakes that we do in the defensive end. He cleans a lot of mistakes up, and it's just great to have him, especially also off the court. We're really good friends, so it's been great being around him.
You're a couple games in now. How do you feel like the offense has been gelling?
It's good. We definitely make strides. We definitely still have some areas we need to work on. But I feel like the guidance of our coaches and the whole buy-in of the team is good. So I think we're going to adjust and just get better from here on.
Three-point shooting may not be where y'all want it now, but it looks like between you and Skillings and a few other guys that y'all are fine with taking those mid-range jumpers. Is that just something that within the flow of the offense as it comes? Because day and age of 3 and layups, it seems interesting.
Yeah, I mean, we are not big fans of mid-range shots ourselves because we, like in college, it's not a high percentage shot. But sometimes you need to take shots that the defense gives you. And like you said, we definitely want to shoot high percentage on the three-point line. But in the end, you got to be a basketball player, right? If you don't get a three-point shot and you got to get in the mid-range and get a shot off to get your rhythm going, then that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. So I think Dan last game did a good job doing that too. Get his rhythm going, then shooting a three again, driving the basket, so on. Yeah.
What's the ceiling for this team defensively? And do you feel like as you guys go along in the season, you'll get better and better and communicate better and that kind of thing?
I think our ceiling is best defense in the country, I would say. I never played with guys being that capable of defending a basketball that well. I mean, you have people like Cameron Carr, who's like 6'6". He's long, he's athletic, he can block people. Dan, Caden, Obi, I mean, Tunde. We have a lot of guys who are really athletic, really long, and we can really play the type of defense. We want to play the pack defense, like shrinking the court, forcing people to hard shots. I think we have a high ceiling for that. And that's also the idea that we have, just to continue developing that as a team, our mindset. And I think we're going to finish as one of the best defensive teams in the country.
It seems like a lot of the roster is built to be really crazy in transition, but also without a traditional center on the floor a lot of the time. How do you balance crashing the boards but also getting out and moving?
It's an adjustment for me personally because I never played the 5 before. I played it only for a couple of stretches in my career. But I like it, actually. I like it, and I'm here to play basketball, help the team win, and if that's what I got to do, that's what I got to do. And it's a good balance because I know when I have to go crash, like you said, the basketball, and sometimes I need to play outside a little bit more and gush that a little bit. So I think it's been good for me. I definitely have some stuff to learn still, but it's going in the right direction, I think.
Have you ever played on a team with this many guys that want to bring the house down on a dunk?
No, definitely not. I mean, you saw Dan trying to dunk on somebody against Washington Cam like 3 times, 2 times. I mean, we all know Tunde can jump out of the roof too. So, yeah, it's definitely special. Like I said, the athletic talent that we have, the length, also characters, especially in this group. And I've never been around people like that before in my life, so it's been great.
Anything else? All right.
Thank you.